Howdy, gang. And Mr. MJ, Miss Safa, Gracie, Anna. How y'all doing today, sweethearts? Okay, I think I've got everything going. Alright, so we are doing more of the Final Fantasy 14. Whoops, my phone. There we go. I'm doing wonderful, sweetheart. I got through the day and relaxing, ready to have some Final Fantasy fun and chat with y'all. Good, Anna. I'm glad. So we are on Wrath of the Titan. Um, and as soon as we hit 35, I am going to go and up our job because at 35 we get our job stones, which means it actually splits. And let me mute the sites. That was my Facebook notifications. I am doing well, sweetheart. Thank you. Um, I'm not going to do the summoner portion of the job because it's storyline, meh. But I do very much enjoy the scholar portion, which is a healer. So I will be doing those along with the MSQ. So let's go ahead and get talking to Trachtoum and see if we can't learn a little bit more about how to beat the Titan. Gotta go. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in. Lay down your burden, son. Come and drain a pipe with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find your last or three. You're gonna say something, Venturer, or just keep staring. Hey? You wanna know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hells! Price a bleeding thing. Can a Miller Mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose I wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Trechterham was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you want to know? Tales from the Titus Slayer. Titan. It's supposed to be Titan. You got to go. It's okay, darling. Have a good night, sweetheart. And Trastrum is eager to regale you with stories of his glory days. Yeah, so you want to hear the tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took. And when he hit ya, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. No, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero. I'll have you know. The people round here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Grandma's like, uh-huh. Huh. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that made a nest by the windmill, just south of here. Nah, do that, then we'll talk. A test of your reflexes! Hey, Lily. How you doing, darling? If we do get to Titan, actually, no, we're probably going to do Um. Oh, and the other thing that I forgot to get Gissel green. All right, you're in my way. Whoops, not what I meant. There. Tell your rat king. And I think we're getting a little bit of that windmill. There we go. All right. Give me my rat king. Um. I can't think of the name of the dungeon that we'll hit beforehand. It's for the smelly cheese. And I've done it 100 times. And I can see the whole thing in my head. Hey? So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, adventure. Save me the hassle of. No, never mind. But yeah, I don't know if you like talk to lanes, but I said that if I get to one of these dungeons, I've had one of those days where I need to just like do it at level, not unsync, and go in and just kill things. So if you're around and want to help if we get there, that would be greatly appreciated. Brave Fox, yes, ma'am, that is the one. Um, I think that's the only one before we get to Titus. Um, I really don't like this character. And I hate to say it that way, but I really don't. What? You still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venture. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely on. I want to teach you. I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face that bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. Killing is online, decorating the yard. Sweet! At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a gobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here. So you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road. Or why don't you try heading due west and stand a lookout, cause the gobu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Oh my word. This guy, y'all. There are very few NPCs that I actually say get on my last nerve. He's definitely at the top of the list. I'm just saying. Why didn't you? Oh, because I have to finish that. It really takes a lot to remember how to do this version. Okay. Now will you tell me about Titan? Hey? You again? Then that Gobu was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venture. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secret. Somebody dragging it out. The Lominson way. Trashtuum remains unconvinced of your readiness to defeat the dread primal Titus. Aw, thank you, Abdul. All the love, Anna. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you flew, trash to him? You in here drinking again? If you are, that Gobu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You had me word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I asked her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tritowan who slew the Gobu? Or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Trishtuan, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, of the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest Logus the Hagen shot I've ever heard. Both you, outside, will learn the truth of the Lamenson way. Trapstrom, if you didn't slay that Gobu, you may consider your contract revoked. Don't look at me, you're the one that lied. Grandma loves you too, baby. Hey, Wayne. Oh, thank you. Grandma loves you too, baby. Alright. So. Oh, I got that one. Ate my fish. Fish. My fish without eyes. Fish. Okay. This duty. Hi, Liam. How you doing, baby? So he gave me the big one, and he's just got a small one. I'm just saying. Yep. Still not worried about you. This thing just keeps getting easier every time I do it. Well, thank you for stopping by, Abdul. I appreciate it, sweetheart. All right, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. They you blubbering, trapped to 'em. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you. I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. Hayden Sky, hey, baby. Yes, we are fierce, flawless, and fabulous. Thank you for joining us, darling. You're back? Yay, Abdul. Welcome back. I was being serious when I said I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe, or I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe me. So I look. His name was Wisecat, all right? Wisecat. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? Well, come on then. And tell the truth to forgive me. It's only fair. It's only fair. Oh my word. Give me a second. Can't see anything. Whew. I got tired of the smudge. And smudge gone. Yay! Alright. I think we just go through there. Yep. So let's go find Wisecat and actually find how to defeat Titus. I mean Titan. Oh, thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I guess I could have teleported. I can still teleport. I forget how slow I am. Oh, I'm not attuned to that one. We missed one. Oopsie. And by the beach, nonetheless. Now, let's go ahead and grab this chocobo thing real quick. And go talk to Wisecat. Whoops. Nah. I'm good. You work on that house and stuff. I like seeing that too. Hi, Wisecat. Cause I don't think that the dungeon is until we get to the nasty trees, and I think that's the third thing we get, if I remember. I think we have to do the whole wine port thing first. Oh, I dread talking to that one. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Lamenta are dependent on us. You fancy yourself heroes, then? Just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in a fleet to hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the rest and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered, useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was brought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogomora on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gurguruju's estate. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform your trivial task. The enemy is at the gates. You imagine words can sway me, girl. If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamoro. My sister is going to join the stream. Yay! Hi, Victoria. How you doing, darling? Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the Theta Limsa Lamensa hangs in the balance. Alright. One more level and we can go and bust up words. They elude me. Bust up the job to 2 different jobs, a DPS and a healer. Next that, Wisecat would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. Excuse you, sir. Master Gigaruju's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true test, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. My Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. If you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his land. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. A leg as proof of the kill. Gotcha. No. Actually, let me find... Let's see if I can get my greens. I should have grabbed them when I was closer, but... Merchant and Mender. Please have greens. Please have greens. Of course you don't have greens. That would be too easy. Okay. We are actually really close to Limsa. So we're going to pop over and get that. Oops, wrong one. I'm just saying, those greens should be sold by every vendor, especially the ones that are out in the world. Alrighty. I don't remember which one it is. We'll start at the Aetherite. Aha! Thank y'all for the little emojis. Those are cute. Now to see if I can remember. It's not going to be with a jeweler. I don't think it'll be with a trade craft spot. Nope. Not apothecary. It's sad that I know exactly where they're at in Credonia. Battlecraft, Fieldcraft. Dagnabbit! You're not a vendor, are you? Nope. Try the dude at the little Lalafell. Okay. Like I said, it's right there beside the aetherite and Bango Bango. Um, in Lenthalament, not Lentha, in Gridania. Ah, yes, there we go. We're gonna just stack up on them. Got him! Yay! Alright, so let's get back over there. It has been a long day. My brain is just like, the gerbil went on vacation and I think it threw a snail up on the wheel. So bear with me. I know, it's like you get you get to the Gridania or the aetherite, you literally go down and you purchase them right there. I can't remember the name of them, but yeah. Alright. So we did get leveled up enough to where we could call upon our chocobo, and I think I actually got a level. Skills. I did. Because I want him to be on Defender's tent. It actually helps. They keep him occupied, I kill him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, now we can go back out there. Missing to gotcha, sweetheart. That's where you deliver Gridania ladies to, so yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. I might have done this a time or two. It's actually the little shop right outside the adventure. Probably. Probably. Right there in the alleyway, probably. Like I said, Chocobo keeps him occupied. And I kill him. Oops. Blah. After you've been flying for so long, everything else is just so slow. Okay. Yeah, what? Yeah. Well, did you deal with the neck? I did, and here's a leg. Frog leg. So, real quick story. My son and his boyfriend were outside, had the garage door open, and no, I am screaming. Go away. Um, Alright. Um, and he kept hearing a noise. I was downstairs getting my clothes out of the dryer. And I'm not, what noise you hear? Because it was dark outside and it was kind of like freaking me out a little bit. And finally it's just like, I keep hearing frogs. And I said, well, there's a little bit of water that gathered in the little area outside of the garage. He said, well, I'm going to kill me some frogs. We're going to have some frog legs. I'm like, well, those frogs, I said, the frog legs will be about that big. I said, so there better be a whole lot of them. I said, because I do like frog legs. I said, typically when they get frog legs, I said, they're off a big frog like this. So we just gave him a big old frog leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the I wonder who that is. Served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talent. Wise Cat has an important mission for you. It's a modest proposal. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future. A Master Gigaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while the money is no object, not everything Master Gigaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast. And so, Grandma, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such a fine diner must be accompanied with a suitable wine. And by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for a time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long, arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud to speak with Landonell at Camp Tranquil. That one I do know we got. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer? If you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. You should never ask that of a lady. You don't ask a lady how old she is. You don't talk about her finances. Yeah, it just two major no-nos. Okay. So I will say this. I am an actual grandmother. I have three granddaughters, excuse me. Alrighty. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been inspecting you, Grandma. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantos. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Well, okay then. Trial by turtle. Landonell needs to explain a few things to you. Landonell, my beloved. Yo, let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I do so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantos egg in a nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Yay! Sorry, I need to sleep. Bye, Abdul! Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Grandma. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. He is kind of cute. I'm just saying. Alright. Let's go get us a turtle egg. this is where it's going to get a little bit tight. Because I only want the turtle. I don't want everything else. Apparently, complete jackwagon is out. Love it. There we go. That egg is bigger than Grandma, y'all. And she's just gonna put it in her pocket of holding. Alrighty then. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to pursue to the bitter end? I got it. I'm done. Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanaland. In Forgotten Springs, you'll find a man named Uad Nun. And he will be your next guide. Safe travels, Grandma. And again, thank you for helping me get all of the the aetherites. Because Lord, this would take forever. And I want that level 35. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one wise cat sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Okay. Rude. Am I still wearing that one piece? Nope. Alright. The perfect prey. None wants you to hunt the most dangerous game. You're eating a cookie. I had a cookie earlier. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that adamantos egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago, I joined the company heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessors before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient and cunning and pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it. And it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sand do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you recognize as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle for yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring to me his necklace. Yeah. Oh, chocobo. I did not get all the chocobos when we were flying around. Alright. And these are my levels, so. Cute. Very, very cute. Ah, there's our destination. So, evidently, we have to leave the deer there. Alrighty then. So we've got his necklace. Let's just teleport back over there. Ooh, excuse me. Made short work of him. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits the veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing out to the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent? Or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impressed me, adventurer. I shall tell you the ingredient you seek. Okay. When the worm turns. Rod Nunn is finally willing to tell you of the ingredient you seek. Oh, new gloves. A shame we did not meet when I was still with a company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well-wicked worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes. But well-wicked worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch a quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Segoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map along with the location where whelwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Gotcha. So let us slay an angler and collect its carcass. Oh my word. There we go. There's a couple of them. Well, that was fast. Alright, so now we get to go get a whelwick worm. There we go. Hopefully the other ones are far enough away. wrong button. That is okay. There we go. For some reason, I remember this taking a lot longer than it is. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? I did. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Gran'ma. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wisecat. Worry not. You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and see Wisecat's counsel. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. Okay. Oh, that's not it. That one. I almost got the wrong one. There and back again. Rod Nunn would like you to deliver a gift to Wisecat. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you would deliver it on my behalf. I was reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his right to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Our Wisecat is a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Gran'ma. I guess that's supposed to be him like purring. Of course I did. I got the chocobo. Luckily, I'm still bound to Limsa. Get the aetherite, get the aetherite, get the aetherite. It never fails. It really doesn't. I forget it. Grandma brain. Young. Okay. Yes, I'm going, and I'm getting the friggin'. We're going straight for the aetherite. I ain't even bothering with anything else. Okay. Now we're attuned to it. Alright, Wisecat. Well met, Gran'ma. Landonel and Uad Nunn both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Well, I got this brandy wine and... my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Yep, we're getting britches. All right. The things we do for cheese. There's my dungeon. Wisecat would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. stinky cheese, y'all. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Bray Flox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery should be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Although I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls Dock and speak with Ozan Nazan, and he will direct you to the Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. And of course, I can't just teleport over and keep going. No, I have to go talk to the people at the dock. That's okay. We will get there eventually. No, there's a way up. There it is. What's the hurry, Venture? Eh? Something happened over at the Gobby settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. The things we do for cheese. I mean, I get it. I do. I myself like cheese. I was very upset when I went to the refrigerator and I was out of smoked Gouda. So I had to order me some more. Hi, Carol. How you doing, darling? Yeah, we're gonna like swing wide because, well, I got things I want to do, and that's not one of them. Oh, I guess I could have mounted up. Now that we're at the end. Oh, y'all, it's been a hard day, but overall it's good because I'm doing this now. This tongue flaps of Wisecat be reaching ears of Brayflock. Uplander has come for tasty, fresh goby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander Deep and Longstock. A flighty beast chased Gobbyflock from home. Gobbyflock needs goodly Uplander gives safety to Longstop with much hand lending. All right, and we are ready for this. Lily, you joining us, baby? I'm good, just chilling. Yay! I'm just chilling too, having fun. Oh man, sweet! Xeno says on if we're friends. I don't know if we are or not on this one. Um, may have to get media to do the world thing. Where did you come from? I don't even see its owner. Sweet unholy frame rate. Yeah, that's why I try not to go there. Okay, Anna, stop. This is not the time nor the place to tell me that. I do feel bad for that, but I'm here to stream. I'm here to have a good time. So please, please stop. There is a reason why my mods keep deleting your message because we're here to have fun and keep the spirit uplifting. I've not had a very good day, and that is not something I want to deal with when I'm having a rough day. I want to have fun. I want to be happy. In Wineport, okay. I am down at the thing. Let me get up here. Hang on. Of course, I'm not a teen. Get out. I guess we just missed this whole area. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I forget you have your flight. Never mind. I'm coming. That's probably you, isn't it? Okay. I'm back at Brayflocks. Whew, and it is warm in here. It is in the 80s right now. And I know I cut my AC on over there. And while you're here, if we're not friends, which we're probably not since I don't see your name over you, I want to, can I do Lily? Hang on. Maybe pop. I have it. Nope, I can't friend. Can you do it with text? Hi, Carol. How you doing, darling? I'm trying to have a good time. It was a rough day, but it's good because I'm streaming and I'm about to go into a dungeon and kill things and just have fun. And are you in the cross world on? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Lily? It's a Monday, sweetheart. But now that I'm here and playing, I'm leaving the toils of a typical Monday behind. And I say typical, it really isn't typical. It's one thing I told my team lead. Like I have been with that company for 15 months, and I've not had a phone call rattle me that much until today. So over a year there, and I finally get talking to someone who rattled me. It's not a bad percentage, but I had two of them today. So I just wanted to get in here. I wanted to stream. I wanted to play on her. I wanted to get into the story. And I just wanted to chat with y'all. Or possibly from social contacts. Aha! Yes. There we go. so I'm currently offline. I was hoping, I was just like, wow, can I actually like do this and then not be online? Evidently not. Now you're fixed. Oh my word. I just, can we just go kill stuff, please? Lord have mercy. Finally. Ah, there we go. And it is kind of cool. It's kind of jungly and I mean, it does have beasts, but so we looks like we have a peak sunrise. Evening. Oh, I do have. Like, I wish I had an AOE thing. And I do. Alright, I'm gonna go get the key. Or did we get it? Oh, there we go. Now I got the key. I mean, I can't be mad. There we go. I mean, they're a warrior. And this is gonna get me to 35. So after we give this to Wise Cap before we do the whole wine escapade, we're gonna go get our stones. That should do it. And there's my level. Woohoo! Oh, the Arcana Spring. Go. Whoops. Wrong button. Oh well. so slow. Oh, oh, hit the wrong button. Like, why aren't you going? Why you want to stand beside me, Brayflock? Silly thing. Hey, Prince. Hey, Leeson. How you doing, darling? Oh, oh, I was out of those. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Ah, you're gonna put me in the bubble. Well, I guess I don't get to go in the bubble. I mean, that was pretty good timing. All right. Oops, I ran out. Oh well. Get it, girl? Love it. Absolutely friggin' love it. Here it comes. there's our level. She's so small against everybody. She's itty bitty. Oh my word. Whoop. Alrighty then. I say. Una pancakes. Hey baby. Love that. You were fixing pancakes. And it just kind of stuck. I don't do roadblocks, baby. A goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflop. A flighty beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plains making. Uplander has goodly head for fighting think. Brayflock's happy gives taste fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. She's a stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brayflock's ever say. How you been, darling? Alright. So we're going to go deliver the cheese back to Wise Cat. I don't know if this will help for you. Oh, you got for the limit break? Nice. Very nice. I was wondering, because just like, do I risk getting my fingers chewed off? And then it dawned on me, it was like, maybe you can't do it in the crash world. Because I can't ride your mounts either, because I almost have to bring the mounts up. But I did remember that much. I gather you saw Brayflock's little problem. Goblin cheese, the pungent odor. I love how they describe it. By the gods, that unholy thick. This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How was it made? It's the best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they used. Well, the beets aren't going to work, but they might. Nope. Little Killian. I say little. I'm dwarfed next to him, but okay. Before we do the wine thing, I want to go and split. This is the only one that when you get your job stones, you get 2 of them, and it splits it into 2 different jobs. So we can either DPS or we can heal. And I can't PvP, even in this, until I have a job stone. So, we're definitely going to do our job stone stuff. Aaliyah, would you call you Aaliyah? Is that okay? Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I wish there was a way like they do on Twitch where it would tell me when somebody subscribed or liked. Like, where I could put it on the game. Nope. Alright. Oh! So we're back at 25. Oops. Have you come to ask about Clahia's condition? The foreseer is unchanged. She walks about as if all the joy in her life has been leached from her soul. I believe the only one who can help her now is the same person who broke Clahia out of her shell the first time, our absent guildmaster. And though I am leery of the coincidence, the man himself has at long last been spotted. Should you seek out his last known location, it is unlikely he will still be there. Pardon me. And even should you catch him, he may not deign to speak with you. Nevertheless, this may be our only chance. Pray travel to Mamoron's trading post in Upper Lenosia and speak with anyone who might have seen the guildmaster. Oh, and one more thing. Though he refers us not to use it for some inexplicable reason, our leader's name is Carid Tia. He's a Tia. Alright. So we go to Hillport and go north, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's no... Well, there is one at Hillport, but I'm already in the city. Hopefully we can run through this really, really quick. Nice! I didn't know that's what Tia meant. And yeah, more people need to like use those limit breaks on the, at least that last bit of doesn't matter the dungeon, the last bit of the dual mobs that you get. Now I knew it wasn't a pack leader. That's the noon. Noon. I'm sorry. So media is explaining to me what the last names of the cat people are. Okay, Grahatia is not. It's not a. Hang on. Unwed. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care. But sugar daddies, really? I mean, they're cats. At least just call them like milky daddies or something. No, don't. Never mind. Bad idea. Bad idea. Rewind. Zip the lip and throw it away. Okay. Evening, miss. I was the one as sent word to your guild about spotting your leader. It's a right rare sight to see Carid Tia roaming about. He asked me the way to Thalios. Could be that he was seeking to speak with a scholar who lives out there. Okay. Hopefully there's not... Okay, I gotta look. Yeah. I can't help you. My inhaler is on this side of the continent. Oh, wait a minute, this one. Here we go. I mean, you know how you just, like, you're talking and you say something and you don't realize just how bad it sounds or how it sounds at all until it actually comes out and your brain goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, God, what did I just say? Yeah, that was a moment. All right, hi, Tonga Tonga. I will not apologize for making you laugh so hard. Hello there. Why, yes, I did receive a visit from a gentleman identifying himself as the Arcanist Guildmaster. An odd fellow, but obviously possessed of a well rounded education. As it so happens, he bid me pass on a message to anyone who came searching for him. Ahem. Reunited, the three slips of parchment hold the problem to the solution. The Guildmaster mentioned that the slips of parchment are concealed among the bones of Thalios. I suppose you are expected to search for them. I suppose so. And this is where we're going to have to like fight a little bit. That is okay. Oh, I actually need some of those for my hunting log. Any of them that look like they have this little symbol above, we will stop and we will fight. So it is just a thing that will happen. Now, there's one of them. Try and get around. There's another one. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get the one up here before we get the one with the bones. And yes, I know we're going to aggro regardless of what I say or do. Alright. If I can remember where this is. There it is. There's a way up. I just gotta remember how. And you know what? There's also a way down. Yippee-ki-yay! Ah! Tanga-tonga! Have you tracked down those three slips of parchment? Interesting. They actually exist. To be perfectly honest, I thought you'd had been sent on a wild dodo chase. Let's have a look at these, shall we? Well, well, penned in ancient elegant, no less. Fortunately for you, I have a passing familiarity with the script. Seek the box at full falls. Dance a jig for your wooden audience. Claim the secret from the opened heart. A most cryptic set of instructions, I must say. Do you intend to follow them? As Guildmaster of yours certainly enjoys his games. Well, I kind of don't have a choice. I can remember how to get over there. Oh, I grow on everything. There we go. It never fails. Every time I do this on any character I've ever done, either the fate in the village is going. Smurg is the word. Smurg, smurg, smurg. Smurg is the word. Um, or this one is. It's always been one or the other. I mean, I kind of concur. Okay, so evidently I don't need to worry about that one because I'd have to level things. The lid of the box is jammed shut. Did I forget something? That's the bad thing about. Oh, I have to dance in front of it. That's right. Ain't nothing but a thing. You know I'm not in a hurry. Ah, those are killed. Hey, Katrina, how you doing, baby? Now maybe it lets me get it. Yep. If there are answers you would seek, then go to the trading post. Go then to the trading post now. Go. Before the owner, be not meek with your chief thief. Provide a show. So we have to go back and dance in front of the thing. For goodness sakes, absolutely. If we can make it not so hot down here in Georgia, that'd be great. I kid, I kid. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, dance, dance, resolution. Dance, little grandma, dance. There we go. Ah, now that was most entertaining. I must have something to amuse me during these little jaunts back to civilization, you understand? You just wanted to see me dance. He's a cute little kitty cat. Based on my evaluation of your abilities, however, I calculated that you would arrive at this point somewhat earlier. You balked at the dancing, didn't you? I never expected you to be so shy. Another variable to add to your list of characteristics. I keep extensive mental notes of the guild's members, of all the guild's members, you see. As an arcanist, it was a simple matter of to engineer events so that I might meet you face to face. After all, strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into a desired reality. And I do so enjoy seeing others dance in the palm of my hand, as it were. Here, you may have this. Think of it as payment for your performance. That's a huge friggin' book. Although you might consider passing the tome to Clahia. That is the reason you sought me out, was it not? Before you give Kalia the grimoire, however, I must insist that you dance for her. I will know if you don't. All this banal interaction has simply exhausted me. It is time I return to my studies. He's going to go take a cat nap, y'all. You, on the other hand, should travel forthwith to the anchor yard in Limsa Laminsa. Be well, Grandma. We shall meet again. I'm 100% certain of it. You know, I don't think we do meet again. Now that I think about it. Ah, back to Limsa. Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, way over there. I I ain't mad. It's a long run, but I ain't mad. I'm gonna go through here. Oop. Nope, wrong way. One more. Around and up and down. Ooh, what kind of cereal? I'm such an adult. What kind of cereal you eating? My mind is ordinarily a whirlwind of probabilities and feints and counterattacks, but now there is naught but silence. This is how I had to dance for. This is how it once used to be, and perhaps how it always will be from now on. Alright, let's dance for. Okay, that's funny. I think I just threw out the last of my Rice Krispies. I had a big old box. Uh, I needed it for some sort of like chocolate snacky things that I made or whatever. So it was in there a while. I mean, Cinnamon Toast Crunch ain't a bad cereal either. Were you always one for dancing? I don't recall any such. Ah, you have met with our guildmaster, haven't you? Yeah, and that would explain your odd behavior. He does so enjoy seeing people perform unexpected acts of frivolity. But what could have spurred our reticent guildmaster to speak with you in person? I mean, you're not wrong. Not wrong in the least bit. My other one that I love to eat so much, and I know it's going to sound absolutely horrible, is Frosted Flakes. It's just, I know it's just the flakes, but it's the sugar, and I pour milk on it, and I wait for it just not get soggy, but not quite crunchy, and man, I'll like wolf down a bowl of it. Just like this perfect sweet spot between really, really crunchy and soggy that I like to eat it. And if it gets too soggy, I'm done. I'll throw the rest of it out. It has to be eaten at that exact consistency. I love it. It's great. You said it, not me. But what could have spurred our well, a new book here. Have this. I love cereal. I'm not gonna lie. We would literally get cereal and a gallon of milk, and that would be dinner sometimes because adulting. He gave you this grimoire to give to me. Uncanny. It is identical to the tome I received the first time I ever met our leader. You have my thanks, Gran'ma. The guildmaster is fond of games and mischief, and I understand the troublesome trials he likely put you through before deeming you worthy of his attention. Regular sugar on plain rice cookies, and it's like, right? Uh, yeah, I grew up with Rice Krispies. I just never thought that my body would be a snap, crackle, and pop. I ate the cereal and I am the cereal. Um, with this gift, however, his message to me is abundantly clear. I am to shape reality into the one I desire, and that means defeating Dosmaga. So let's go. As my mind is alive again with strategies, I must have time to think. Pray inform Mistress the Birdium of my return to duty. I think I'm just gonna call her Thub. Good Lord. No. Oh my goodness. I need a nap. I mean, this late in the day. Not a nap anymore. Why do you think I call it now that, like, I eat Rice Krispies, but I am a Rice Krispie. Alright. Arcana skill. Okay. Lahia has recovered from her despondency. This is wonderful news, and we have you to thank for it. It is unfortunate, however, that both Lahia and our guildmaster are possessed of such impenetrable personalities. But at least in the case of the Foreseer, we have an inkling as to the nature of the cage that imprisons her. I continue to hope that her partnership with you shall gradually pry those bars apart. Return to your training, Gran'ma, and prepare yourself for the demanding tactics Lahia is sure to formulate in the days ahead. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Money it is. Does any of these help? We have those. We have those. Nope. Alright. I've been expecting you, Gran'ma. As ever, Lahia's predictions proved accurate almost down to the moment, and her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation in the offing. The Yellow Jackets have contacted us with word of Dosmaga. It appears his merchant vessel is presently anchored off to the coast of Bloodshore. Once the pirate's business there is concluded, rumor has it that he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. It will be some time before he returns once more to Limsa Lamensa. If we pass up this opportunity, Lahia will lose her chance to settle the score with Dosmaga, and we risk the Foreseer stumbling once more into the blackest melancholy. Simply getting close enough to Dosmaga will prove difficult. Lahia has, however, already formulated a solution and has set her grand strategy into motion. Your first task in this undertaking is to travel to Costa del Sol and deliver the set of directions to a fisherman by the name of Reborn. More instructions will be forthcoming. Well, okay then. I'm trying to get through this quickly because I would love to be able to do the Titan as a healer. Hi, Jamie. Okay. Let's go out and find this fisherman, and I think if I remember correctly, we're gonna have to like fight a few things. Like you do. Well, what is it you want, lass? As you can see, I've my hands full with me fishing. I have a letter, sir. Ah, thanks for that. I've been told to expect you. You're to take one of me errands and deliver it to the cook, Opalona. Oh, I thought we had the light fight. Okay. It's funny what I remember fighting and not fighting and getting them mixed up. Okay, up here. When you have so many alts that you run through. Yes, and how might I help you? Master Garuju is expecting his breakfast any moment now. A fresh herring? While the master does enjoy a bite of broiled fish uh, of a morning, this might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. You have earned yourself one of my homemade eel pies. I should tell you, though, your Arcanus colleague was quite insistent that you take the pie to Master uh, Garuju rather than scoff it down yourself. I hate this little man's names. I'm not a fan of him, but still. Garuju. Hi, Wise Cat. We'll be back. I promise. And what brings you to my, and I use the term facetiously, humble abode, dear madam? Hmm? Such a heavenly aroma. Are you perchance carrying an eel pie about your person? How commendable that you should research the delicacies that tickle my fancy before daring to intrude upon my most ponderous of ponderings. Speaking of ponderous, I was speaking of it, at least. I have a hefty purse of guilt to persuade you to relinquish your claim on that pastry. Hey, sunshine. One moment, if you will. I have been instructed by Milden's Gate assessor to hand over this message to whoever delivers an ill pie to Master Gigaruju. Take the purse you receive from Master Gigaruju and hand it to the dancer, Ildegith, as she prepares to return home. Oh, okay. I'm remembering now. I'm like, I don't remember any of this, but I do now. Yes, if you're looking for a dancer, then I would first see your coin. I have 3 children to feed and no time to waste on idle chat. Oh my, that is quite a purse. My precious darlings will eat like kings this week. And such a simple job as well. I was told to inspect you see. In return for the coin, I am to give you these. The leather satchel is from your Makote friend, and the Pariol is from me. That last item you are to deliver to Drogo, the warehouse foreman. Oh my word. Because we have nothing better to do than to run all these errands for all you people. Because y'all have no clue that, there's a titan waiting to kill you all. I ain't got time for the likes of you. If I don't get me work squared away soon, the master will have me head on a pike. You got something for me, you say? Hey, now ain't this, Ildegith's Perio? And Makote laughed said, some would be bringing me a gift that what I couldn't refuse and stick me with a pitchfork if you weren't telling the God's own truth. Here you're supposed to have this bottle of wine. Take it to the Flying Shark and pour a cup for the sailors. What are drinking there? And that's what she told me to tell you. Any road. I'd watch me back if I was you, though, lass. Them sailors are the meanest bunch of cutthroats I ever did see. You want me to taste your wine, eh? Well, now, I ain't one to pass that free grog. Limlion's teats. Now, that's a bloody fine drop. If we ship this stuff to the east, we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming with us back to the Morning Star. The captain will want to have a word with you. Okay? There's a good lass, and as for you, Miss Dancer, you stick close to old Hirschkrat. It gets damn cold on them long sea voyages. Shush! We'll talk later. I woke up late, ate breakfast. I hope you have a great day too, darling. And don't ever feel like you need to apologize, sweetheart. I promise you, I don't mind. You have real life stuff you have to tend to, and I completely get it. Alright, I'm dropping team. I got a duty. You ready then? We'll be off as soon as the boat's loaded. Hi, Singapore. How you doing, darling? Hi, Susan. Fine grog and fine women. The captain will be pleased with this haul. Pray do not steer so. This was the most expedient method of gaining access to the ship. I will take that satchel from you now. You may have it back after I take the items I need. Hey, what mischief are you two about? I was merely borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from this brisk ocean air, would you? You'll be dancing yourself warm once we get you on the ship, lass. You better slip off that ratty road before you meet the captain. Of course, of course. I'll be happy to show him the performance that awaits. The bitch Admiral's lapdog. Come back for that lesson, have ye? It is I who shall be teaching this day. My lecture will focus on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Enough of this damn yapping. By the time I'm done with you, you'll remember who your real master is. Yeah, I don't think so. Not this time. Alright. Well, they're done. You rabid little cur. Our numbers matter not. It is strategy that will win this battle. Prepare yourself, Desmaga. With your defeat, will I cast off the shackles you closed on my soul. You think so, eh? Think your fancy magics are a match for me blade? You've got another thing coming. Hi, Claire. Whoops, can't see. Ah. There we go. Told you. Desmaga now faces defeat. He will flee to the starboard rail. Obvious. Next comes his attempt to escape into the sea. You think you're pulling me strings, do you? Think I'll dance to your tune? Well, I ain't falling for your bloody tricks. It is at this moment he notices the yellow jackets I had you summon in my explicit instructions to Reborn. This makes me happy. You were a fool to return, Desmaga. I hear you're fond of shackles, so we brought a set especially for you. You'd think they'd taken his axe off of his back. Thus concludes today's lecture. Thank you, Gran'ma. The strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. We suggest that my tactics should require more work. One must allow for some small deviation in performance. I believe, however, that I now understand where my calculations went awry. It is not enough to wish to shape reality. One must also have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It is time I sought out our guild master. Pray convey to Mistress uh, the Bergium my fondest wishes and my appreciation for all that she has done for me. The truest test of my strategies now begins. Bye! Oh, I love that sunset. Okay. No. get the report back. And then the next one we will be picking up, we'll split the jobs in half. So, whee! Good Lord, it's already 9 o'clock, y'all. Welcome back, Grandma. There's much I would ask you, but first, may I have the satchel you received during your assignment? Okay. The original owner needs her costume back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now let us speak of Clea. Clea. I am glad to know that she has finally freed herself to pursue her heart's desire. And you are to thank for awakening the foreseer in her self-imposed fetters. 1 second, let me see what that was about. No, 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 and nope. Okay, it was all junk. Never mind. Actually, let me get a drink of my cranberry. Ah, the brilliance of Clehia's strategy served to blind her to her own feelings, and it pained me to see her suffer so. Your example may even encourage Clehia to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two obsessed arcanists and the complexity of the tactics they will develop. It may very well be that your actions in bringing them together will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of invention in the art of arcanum. You too should look to the improvement of your discipline. If you are to keep pace with all that is certain to follow, to that end I offer you a new technique, one I pray allows you more readily drive back your foes on the battlefield. Alright, so we are Ruin Mastery and Ruin 2, and the book doesn't help, and none of this other stuff helps. So, okay. More money it is! Yay! I'm at a 37. Okay, here we go. But that's not the one I want. I guess I have to get this one. This one I'm just gonna like click through. This is not the one I was thinking of. This is my summoner. There we go. Forgotten but not gone. Nuri has knowledge of an intriguing opportunity. Gran'ma? Have you any interest in history? If so, I would share with you an opportunity to study the ways of the ancients. A curiously refined and well-read marauder visited the guild the other day in the hopes he might meet an arcanist of exceptional skill. He claims that the assistance of one such individual would be invaluable for the success of his archaeological research. I say claims because despite his eloquence, the thought of a marauder with academic ambition still strikes me as odd. You are, of course, free to formulate your own opinions. His name is Alka, and he can be found at the Marauders Guild should curiosity overwhelm you. I like Alka. He's so cute. But yeah, the other one I picked up is for the summoner side, and, well, I can just zoom through those. But this one is actually adorable. Yep. Okay. Thank you for setting aside your preconceptions, Grandma. I'm acutely aware of how unusual it is for a marauder to conduct research, as it were. However, you shall soon understand that I am uh, not at all like my more muscular brethren. Rather than rush blindly into the enemy's maw, I formulate and execute stratagems to great effect. My archaeological pursuits are but an extension of this practice. For at present, I am researching the military tactics of ancient Neum. 'Twould not surprise me if you were unfamiliar with Neum. The civilization flourished some 15 odd centuries ago during the fifth astral era. The Nemians lived during an age of wonders when the magical arts flourished, but magics can be wielded for weal or for woe. And this period of peace eventually gave way to the Great War of the Magi. The nations of that bygone era brought earth shattering magics to bear against one another. Yet Neum, with only a handful of mages to support its army of mariners, repulsed would be invaders time and time again. Precisely how a military force of this composure could defy its stronger neighbors is a mystery which has long puzzled military historians. By translating extant Nemean tablets, which I have recently purchased, I mean to solve the riddle at long last. As my knowledge of Arcanima is curious at best, I require an experienced arcanist to assist me. With my analysis of any text pertaining to the magical arts, will you be that arcanist, Grandma? There is, however, a complication. The Nemean tablets and other assorted relics, for which I paid an exceedingly large amount of money, were stolen en route to Limsa Lominsa. The information inscribed upon those tablets could be of untold significance. I will not allow thieves to sell it to some rich old Don collector for a pittance. Pray accompany me to the Raincatcher Gully docks and help me reclaim my relic. I have strong reason to believe the perpetrators can be found there. Oh, there you go. And I forgot to attune the one while I was over there. Of course I did. Lower. No, I'm not going all that way. Oh my word. And I said I was going to do it too. Eastern Ocean. Yeah. My word. I've got that aether right. So we might not get the Titan tonight. And that's okay. Because I get to open up my healer. And I absolutely would prefer to go into Titan as a healer. I actually prefer to fight as a healer. But my word. I can't believe I did that again. Alright, straight to the aetherite. We're gonna go right past where We're supposed to. For fear of being auto-teleported when we get done. And yeah, this is a duty, so. Okay, we'll be back. It's just up here. Treasures. Yeah, we're gonna do the treasure one. Well, I'll do that off screen, but at least I can get here quicker. Alright, now let's go do the duty. Whoop. As I suspected, they are not more than broken men who have seized the docks and taken to robbing every passing ship. Come, let us put an end to their banditry and take back what is ours. Ooh, got it. Alfred, you're supposed to be a tank here, babe. I'm just saying. And there we go. Do you see any others? No? Excellent. Now help me search. Hi, Haram. Yes. Yes! This is it. A treatise of Nemean military tactics, just as I had hoped. And there's my theory. Hello there? Mayhap the tablet can explain this. Scholar familiar fairies. The sunlight of Eos does soothe and shield. The moonlight of Selene does silence and strengthen. Oh, they haven't. So they took Selene away from us, but they forgot to remove her from the story. Gran'ma? By the 12, have you any idea what this means? We have rediscovered the long-lost magical arts of Nemean scholars. Fairies. Honest to God's fairies. Well, now I've seen everything. Anyway, I shall return to the guild and begin translating the tablet. I cannot wait to see what other secrets it contains. Woot! Turn it in. And then we'll get back to the MSQ. I don't think we are. Yep, it's a 32. Excellent timing, Grandma. I've just finished transcribing a section which will doubtless be of interest to you. According to the tablet, the crystal from which the fairy sprang forth is called the soul of the scholar, and it contains the wisdom of those long-dead Nemean mages. With you, you can call upon the fairy as you did before and bind her to your will. As I said before, I have little knowledge of Arcanima, so unless you have some objections, I would like to entrust the crystal to you. Oh, and you needn't recompense me. Simply knowing that the lost arts are being preserved is enough. I shall devote my energies to deciphering the remaining text. Should I discover anything new, I promise that you will be the first to know. Woohoo! I now have my scholar. Alright, let me go. The next scholar quest will be available upon reaching 35. We have a bit. Okay. So, let me save this. Okay. Not quite the boots, but there is Grandma the Scholar. And I will talk with you next week, Alka. Unless we happen to... No, we're going to run out of time before that. Anyway, let's get back to MSQ and go back to Wise Cat. Oh, we can actually, hang on. Carry our fairy around. And no, I don't have all of these. This is actually the setup for my original Gran'ma. This is where it's going to get annoying. Because I'm going to hit buttons that are supposed to be there for me. But they won't be there. Oh. And you're going to see different mounts now too. Because I forgot I had it on the roulette. What do you mean you forgot the wine? Wise Cat would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo, Grandma. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and see. I did get that right. Yeah, I did that. I did that, right? God, we're about to find out. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Lamini, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamini Lamini my regards. Please tell me I got that. Yes. It would not surprise me if I went up there and just got like the chocobo and didn't think anything else about it. Shamini Lamini! Another little la la. Sweet grime and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? And I'm giving a blind man a letter. An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gigaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Uh, Derstowitz and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast. It's a decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. The display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. An offer you can refuse. Shaman Lamini would like to discuss wine with you. Life can be so delicately unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it and more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. And say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and wise cat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Birgliant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Wildbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to our request, but given these circumstances, we must need beg his assistance. Okay. What rank amateur bottles this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. This miserable is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. Hmm? That neophyte Venter bids you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gobu urine than sell my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Well, that was rude. Okay, ignore this. I'm gonna forget it if I don't. Dominique, I take it he said no. Really, in those words? Hmm. Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Linsellamensis is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. It won't work. Chamonix Lomini has another bright idea. There is a chance, however, small, that another resident of Blind Point can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee you this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that the grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vignerans of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a great bearing vine of never before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Ah, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. In other words, he got drunk. But as it is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince uh, Virgiliant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons that tended the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Alrighty then. And now we are on to. Now y'all get to see like a lot of the there we go. Mounts that I have. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on the bloody primer blowing up my goddamn house. Oh. Sorry to bring up that bad memory. I'll have to go in and like do favorites again. No luck? Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude would be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogumora, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Give a man a drink. The Shamani Lamani appeared to be in deep thought. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I missed about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across a Wildbrunn as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Druss took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Chris sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully dock, so perhaps uh, Ritz Ritz Scout Ritz Scout can tell you where to find it. Good Lord, these names, y'all, they kill me. Excuse me. Dress? Oh, you mean the hermit? I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed Spring. Well, okay then. I will do just that. Very sleepy. Good night, sweetheart. Thank you for joining. Oh, that's enough. Let me grab that real quick so I can get it off my map. Like I said, just ignore me. Nope. I'm not doing that. Okay, hang on 1 second, y'all. That one always. Let's see what. I don't have any in there. I don't mind my chocobo. I don't mind the big fat chocobo. I don't mind the puppy or the umbrella. Add the favorites. That's what I'm trying to do. Come on, add the favorites. Add the favorites. Add the favorites. Head forward. Or the coral. Lord have mercy. All right. Oh, I need to like get past this. But it's certainly one that we are not safe from. This one we don't have to worry about the frog. Or the frog. That one. Dress? He's a little nervous. A little scared. A little paranoid. Hi, Dress. What? What do you want? To give you alcohol. What, wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? I, uh... That way. Dress is suffering from extreme duress. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I'm not. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Like I said, he's paranoid. He's really, really tired. Let's go take care of it for him. Got all the buttons I want to push. Oh, I do have that one. reduce the mana needed for Sucker and for Adlaquium. It used to be 1,000 if I remember. Yeah, all them shiny buttons I don't got. For some reason, I thought it was 1,000. I remember it being 1,000. Wasn't it? Oh, I happen to see that in the screen. Oh, my secondary key. There. There we go. Okay, so it was just one of those. I looked at them just like that shows you how much I pay attention to it with the grandma that's like on up in her level. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't have my. That's the other thing that I'm missing. Okay, I remember it being 1,000. I don't remember. It, not to say it wasn't, but I remember 1,000 because I remember looking at it and thinking, why am I trying to just hit the button when the tank loses their shield when I could just hit the same button and refresh everybody else's too. It just made more sense to me. Yowza! You did make it! Ah! Sploosh! Nope. Just forget that one. I don't want to fight anything I don't have to. You're a ghost. A ghost, I say! Alright, back to dress. And yes, this little puppy is so cute. And you can pet him. So cute. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You you helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my land just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I, I just I just want to go home. Well, I can't help you. I mean, I can. Battle scars. Dress appears to be in great control of his faculties. In greater control. I I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That that was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at Reed Mantis Fall, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If if I placed if placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Chamonix for me. I'm I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope uh, to one day. I hope to one day do the same. I hope you do too. Alright, let's see if we can get by the frog. Can you turn around, dude? I know as soon as I go behind him, he's going to turn around. So we're going to wait. Because I really don't want to fight him. Because of that right there, that big old tongue will like pull me in. That's fine. Whoop, nope, there he goes. Oh, but he's walked. You know what? We'll outrun him. We'll outrun him. That's what we'll do. Hopefully. Alright, that's one. Two. One more and we will return to Wineport. There we go. Domini Nomini! It has been some time, Grandma. What news do you have of Dress? Yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic, nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. But we are not so different, Dress and I. Two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Grandma. It was a very good year. Oh, and we get a little minion. Shamini Lomini is brimming with glee, and he wishes to share the reason why with you. By the gods, Grandma, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of the Botcher's grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Botcher's wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Back to Dress. Okie dokie. Dang it. Yep. We're gonna go the direct route. But since I don't want to deal I don't want to deal with Frogos. Atlas, hi darling. How you doing tonight? Let's see if we can get by that Frogo again. It's kind of looking that way, so we're going to go around this way maybe. That worked. Hi, Dress. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south. I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh goby tracks, though. Maybe the leaves come from the vines growing on the back of one such beach. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gobies are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. You think? I am doing good, sweetheart. Had a rough day of it, but got to get on here and stream and talk to people and get further on in the storyline. So we're getting there. We are getting there. There you are. Alright. You get a melody. Melody. Just saying. Okay. Waving. Alright. Never mind. Okay. Bye. What did dress have to say, Grandma? Tell me everything. Aha! I was right. The smell, this texture, I hold in my hands a Bachelor's grape fine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice venture could hide Joaquin. 12 is my witness. It is a Bachelor's grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bachelor's vineyard than you, Master Verglian. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across the Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bachelor's wine. Sir, you needn't. Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was a crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Gran'ma. Thank you for kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Winescat. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Well, okay then. Yeah, I didn't understand that whole line. I said hello and asked how he was doing. Okay. Your prolonged absence. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that seven hells? A 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Grandma. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Consider the lengths you went to. I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Yay! We have a new minion. Okay. Hi, Stola. In the company of heroes. Your Stola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a woman who has seen the seventh hell and back, that a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Hi, Chanel. Bye, Chanel. Lady, you stole a Lady Lala fell. A thousand pardons for its extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. There they all are. Hi, dee. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Grandma has no knowledge of your tradition. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair is fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We five were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we swore a solemn oath. Aw, thank you, darling. That any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be God-slayers by his own criteria. Even if one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the five of you deigned to test Grandma with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She is a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck the precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for the fortune and glory. Grandma, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Wily Uplander is talentful planesmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockmen. I can only concur with my colleague's assessment. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge you were a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Gran'ma Lalafell, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Gran'ma Lalafell, Titan's Bane. Gran'ma Lalafell, Titan's Bane! I stopped for this bronze-skinned beauty. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. I mean, it does look good. The soup actually looks like egg drop soup to me. I'm just saying. And it could be because we did get an egg. Yay! We have feasted. Alright. Dominic, when you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Lamensa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. A goodly uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever, fighty things. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Of course you're over here watching the dancers. Ah, Gran'ma, you brave fool. Promise me when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him that Landonell sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Gran'ma. But, this is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. We're going to finish this up and go ahead and knock it out. You are kind to indulge in, Gran'ma. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Woohoo! Alrighty then. So we're going to save this until next Monday when we are back to continue with the main story quest line with little Gran'ma Lalafell here. Tomorrow I will be back with more Final Fantasy, except we're going back over to Twitch and we'll be playing my main Gran'ma Lalafell, who is in the last X pack. We are still on the road to 80. It will be reset day, so we will have a new book to do. We will have a new piece to get out of the raid. What else did we do? We have roulette to do. We have PvP to do. A lot of fun all together, and hopefully get closer to the tomorrow now. So thank y'all for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. It has been a lot of fun, and we had a lot of, cute little people in here that I could talk to. So I appreciate it. Peace out. Keep doing your boo, and have an absolutely fantabulous evening. Dream sweet, guys. Bye.